And to shed more light on the important visit by Burns to Egypt and his talks with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, we are very much delighted to be joined via phone by Her Excellency Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you very much for being with us, Ambassador Shalaby.
Thank you.
Ambassador Shalaby, as we know from our detailed comprehensive report, by the way, many thanks to my dear colleague Abir Hussein, we know that William Burns is going to head to Qatar to participate in the mediation talks, which are taking place even as we speak, to have an end to the Israeli genocide war in Gaza. But how do you see his keenness to come here first in Egypt and to have talks with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the Egyptian president, before going to Qatar, to make more consultations, as Egypt is one of the pivotal roller or the key playing figures in the catastrophic situation in Gaza, trying to put an end to it. How do you see this?
Well, as you said, Egypt is a main player in the mediation that is taking place between Egypt, U.S. and Qatar. And this mediation has started since the war started, and in order to requesting for a permanent ceasefire. But unfortunately, the Israeli position is not accepting a ceasefire, and they are requesting a detenue swap while they continue the war. They continue to kill Palestinians in Gaza, and the war is continuing. That is why there has been concerted efforts in order to renegotiate the mediation, and there are talks now between Egypt, between Qatar, between United States in order to revitalize the President Joe Biden's initiative for
proposal, which was launched, I think, more than 6 weeks ago. But also, yes, Burns hailed and praised, expressing gratitude to the extensive efforts exerted by Egypt to put an end to the Israeli genocide war and to guarantee the sustainable access of humanitarian aid to Gaza, calling this one of the positive roles played by Egypt to reach a ceasefire and to try to decrease the sufferings of the Palestinian people, trying to reach a comprehensive peace to the whole Middle East. How do you see this as also one of the roles played by Egypt, and it drew the real message or image of Egypt in front of the whole world as a peacemaker?
Yes, of course. In the meeting with President Sisi today, William Burns was negotiating with President Sisi how to end the war and how to create a permanent ceasefire. And President al-Sisi underlined the need to ensure adequate delivery of relief aid to Gaza and also to alleviate the humanitarian suffering of the Palestinian people. Mm-hmm. He also requested effective and serious steps to prevent the conflict spillover across the region.
Yep.
As you know, that Egypt is also asking for the need to implement a two-state solution. That is, the day after the war is ending, within the framework of a just and comprehensive settlement with the Palestinians. So there is of course, complementary messages from William Burns to Egyptian efforts, because Egypt, since day one, had been trying to negotiate and mediate between Hamas and Israel officials in order to achieve a permanent ceasefire and to ensure humanitarian aid delivery to Gaza. William Burns expressed his appreciation of Egyptian responsible position that are established.
Responsible stance. This is a very good way to describe the way Egypt is looking at the Palestinian cause, sense
Yeah.
of responsibility. Amen to that, Ambassador Soad.
Exactly.
Ambassador Soad, if we go a little bit to the inside of the Israeli society and the all the time protests, if I may call it this way, of the families of the hostages asking or pressuring the Netanyahu government to accept the deal for achieving peace and the return of hostages. Do you think that this time the pressure of those demos and the way the inside of Israel, is this going to make a change, or is it going to be one of the pressures on Netanyahu to accept the deal, or what?
There is, of course, problems, internal problems in Israel, and especially that those who were living in the southern part of Israel, with the borders of Gaza, and the northern part with Lebanon, they evacuated their homes, and they have been living in other places. And they were dislocated, so they want to go back to their homes, and they are not happy that it is taking so long for them to go back to their homes. Also, there has been a lot of Israelis leaving because of the feeling of insecurity and the problems that have been happening because of the wars and the conscripting all the younger generation in order to be part of the army, and there has been many lives lost. So there is a lot of internal problems that will shake the popularity of Netanyahu. And also,
I don't think that he enjoys now any kind of popularity, whether inside or outside Israel. Let's pray all together that tomorrow is going to be a better day and peace is going to be achieved well. Ambassador Soad Shalaby, thank you very much for your input, ma'am, and have a very good night. Right after the short break, we are going to return back with more.